Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, getting ready for the weekend. So I figured we've been looking at a lot of the ball pythons and the anacondas a lot. Some of you guys do enjoy that, but I know everybody has ball pythons and everything is kind of saturated in that. And I'm actually kind of leaning towards breeding the ball pythons. So I got a few that will be ready here in the next couple of months. Hopefully the males will be ready. The females will be at the minimum weight. Should be, I don't know, I'm hoping for 12 to 1,300 grams out of them when the time is ready. So we'll see what happens on that. But we're not going to be looking at any of the ball pythons today. So those of you who are boa fans, you might like this. I'm not saying I have the nicest collection or the greatest collection, but I started working a little bit on getting some different types of morphs, with some here and there added together, and we'll just see what they look like. They're growing. Most of them are pretty small. I'm not going to get out the bigger ones in this video. They're kind of difficult to handle in video, and so we'll just kind of see what happens with that. And I really don't want to get bit by the Argentine. My common boa did shed out, so I'd really like to show her to you guys. Even though it is a common, she still looks really nice, and for under $100, you can get a beautiful, docile, very nice boa. So we might check her out on the next video with the Argentine, the albino, the ghosts. I know a lot of you guys like that. That's probably one of my favorites. But let's check out what's going on with some of these ladies. And so this is the true red tail. This is a Suriname, and she's how old is she? She's 2016. So she's now growing slowly, but she's now on medium-ish rats, and she's definitely grown a while over the last year, and she is healthy. Her body type looks a little funky. I know it's not really the typical the loaf of bread style, which most people say that they should look like, but you can see kind of how she's got some some body flopping over. But I try to feed her every 2 weeks, and she is a very, very nice eater. She does have some battle scars on the top of her eyes from just some very weird circumstances, and I never had any issues with the other snakes, but very, very beautiful patterns. She's not the highest expression of a Suriname. When I first got her, she was all beat up as well. Somebody fed her live rats, and then you can see right in here where she still has her scars, healed up a lot, but she will always have those bites from live. I don't mind feeding live. Just be aware of what's going on. Pay attention to the rat. Pay attention to the snake. And I personally have never had issues feeding live, but obviously if you throw a rat in there and you don't pay attention to it for a day or two, well, bad things can happen, just like that. So when she grows a little bit more, I will get her a bigger cage. As the boas grow and get bigger, they will not be staying in any of these cages, because I do like racks when they're appropriate sizes for the appropriate size snake. I don't like stuffing big snakes into small little boxes. But okay, let's calm down here. Well, there we go. There's a nice shot of her tail. So it's a VPI Jungle, 2021. Gorgeous girl. Really cool patterns and markings on her. Couple more months and she will be off mice. She's still on large mice, and I really think she could be going on to rats here pretty soon. But I love the pattern down her back. Almost, very long stripe. I said almost connecting, but not quite. Really, really pretty tail, nice and bright. One thing that I have noticed about the VPI stuff is that they do kind of stay brightish as they get adult. There's not too much of a fading that I have noticed, but we will see what happens with her as she gets older. So we will look at the snow. This is a male, and he is 2020. I thought he was 2021, but I guess I've had him longer than I thought. He is a bit on the smaller side, but I think that's pretty typical for a male. He is changing his colors a little bit to more yellowy. It was a whitish, creamy color when he was a baby, but now that he is getting older and as he matures, most snows do get a vibrant yellow, and you can still see the white rings and the white patterns on the tails, but very, very cool looking eyes. I think the snows probably have one of the best eyes out of the, I don't know what the complex would be like with the ghosts or the moonglows or stuff like that, but just a really, really gorgeous snake. And I think I can move him up to rat pups. But he is still on adult mice. You can kind of see the tail right there. Kind of a blended in coloration. You can barely see the saddles on him. But when we look at the moonglow, you will see that the saddles are very, very more noticeable, I should say. There we go. There's some really cool colorations on him. I do need to clean out this and put in ReptiChip just so it's better for the humidity. We'll just go down the line here. This girl is phenomenal. So it's a IMG Motley Hypo Jungle, 100% het for snow. So it has het for anery and het for albino. So if in the future I want to breed, and if in the future I want to take huge risks on potentially losing a female or slugging out, or all the other bad things that are, that go with breeding boas, then I might put the male snow with her and just make some really cool combos. Hopefully hit on some IMG snows, moonglows, anything and everything that is mixed in with her and with him. But just a very, very, very gorgeous snake. Getting darker and darker, and you can kind of see how there's some really nice rainbow effects on her. And when I got her, she was darkish, but now she's really, really dark, and her tail is kind of fading out. I hope, and I don't think she will because it has the hypo in the jungle, but I really hope she doesn't darken up very much more than this, because I like seeing the patterns that's actually in the snake, because if you have this many genes in it, it's just nice to see them rather than just a all black snake. Which all black snakes are cool, but just for me personally, that's just what I like to see. We will move up, get the light out of the way. We'll move on to the moonglows. So some of these are in shed. Do apologize, they're not looking 100%. You can see how she has that saggy jaw going on, so she should shed out very soon, within the next couple of days. And then I'll do an update on that, because we all know when they shed, they're growing and then their colors look phenomenal. So the moonglow has the anery, the albino, and it has the added hypo. So the hypo, I believe, because it doesn't, the hypo's not in the snow. So with the hypo, you can really see the saddles on her. And she should be more of a creamy, whitish yellow color, not as vibrant as the snows, but still just a very, very beautiful snake altogether. And then we have the Guyana True Redtail, and this girl is growing a lot this year. So she is deep in the blue. Not getting the best video on her with the colors, but her tail is vibrant red. And you can even see now when she's as deep in the blue as she is, just how red her tail is, and really, really pretty patterns on her saddles. And just a gorgeous snake. So this is another snake that's 2017. There's a long backstory on her about why she's probably so small, but she's crushing weaned rats every single week. No problems at all. And she's just a slow grower. Look at this male back here. Scrunched in the back. So, pretty dark motley. Not sure if there's any IMG influence in this one or not. But either way, just a beautiful, beautiful snake. Really cool patterns. Hopefully I don't get bit. I really shouldn't get bit because he's pretty docile. I just really like the darkness on the tail. Really pretty patterns up and through here. And the thing that I do like about the Motleys is the layers on it. So I think that's really cool. The look on them. A lot of people have said they don't like Motleys just because of the name. I don't know. Motleys, it's whatever. It's fine with me. But just a really, really pretty snake. And no really big plans for him. And then this girl right here. She needs some water. So it's a VPI, IMG. This girl is gorgeous. 2021. So she's very big for 2021. The male Motley that I just showed, that's a 2021 as well. And I just really like the colorations that she's getting. The really cool tail colorations. And just the saddles and the colors, because she did change colors a little bit since I've gotten her. She's gotten darker. They won't go all black just because of that albinoism, the caramel albino in them. But some really cool rainbow effects on her. I think that's about it on the... Nope, we got this girl right here, the angry one. So I definitely need to... I mean, her cage isn't bad, it just needs more bedding or new bedding. So this is the girl that hates me. She still hates me. VPI Aztec, that's the sister to the VPI IMG. And she's gorgeous. She's just very, very pretty. Really cool combo, or not combos, but just a pattern on her from the Aztec. And even just a basic Aztec, you still get that really awesome coloration. You just don't get the... like the VPI, the colors with it. But just a gorgeous snake. I wish she was nicer and liked me more. But she will bite me, she'll strike. She's actually doing pretty well right now. I do put, you know, quite a bit of time into her. And it is working, it's just taking forever. I've had her for well over a year. She still is not that great. But the last two, the sisters, they are eating, they're on rats already. So they're on rat pups, which is phenomenal, really good genes in them, and the other snakes will be there very, very soon. So excited for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing some of the boas. You know, I think I'm really getting more ball pythons than boas right now. Before it was more boas than ball pythons. But you know, I would like to dabble into some of that breeding stuff. But hopefully you guys like that. No ball pythons. So if you guys like the boa stuff, then we'll look at the boas more. Let me know what you guys would rather be seeing more of, and then maybe I try to flip-flop back and forth on most of this stuff. The Burmese is in shed. She should be shedding out here in the next day or two. So when she sheds, she'll look much better. She's kind of ugly right now in shed because she's super dull and she has very bright colors. But when they shed, I'll show you guys, let you guys know how they are and how they're looking. But hopefully you guys have a safe and awesome weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys on the next video.